know what the ad is.
Got it. Thank you.
Mystery.
Mystery in the house.
Yourself without drama? Together We Are Strong allows you to do just that. Wear your heart on your sleeve by rockin' artistically designed tees, hats, and coffee mugs. Together We Are Strong is a brand that stands for unity, equality, and protecting our voting rights. Become an activist without saying a word. Shop now at togetherwearestrong.com.
That's right.
That's
It's the
right.
morning
It's the
show
morning
here
show.
on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. Glad to have you with us on today's show. We got lots of news, lots of breaking news, lots of news around the world, and then some. We got also reviews of films that are coming out and films that I hope to watch. I'm sure you want to watch as well. If you've got something fun to share, do share it with us. And social media, we're on Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube Live. Glad to have you with us again. Let us know how you're tuning in and where you're tuning in from. We'll give you a shout out here. We got Mr. Jesse Sanchez over there kicking it on and making sure all the great programming here is live and great. Jesse, what's going on?
Good morning. I'm just enjoying this beautiful day today. And looking through the news, looking to something to make me smile and laugh.
You know what? Smiling and laughing is a good idea. I don't do enough of it. So I think, if anything, Jesse, the first story that comes to your head to share, I think you just need to share it because I think you share funny things on your timeline, and I think you got one in your head.
I might have one in my head. Okay, so my fiance sent me this story a couple days ago. Um, Apparently there was a standoff in Florida. Remember how I said some of the best stuff comes from Florida?
Yeah.
So they're having a standoff on a roof. So apparently this teenager, he's 18, so I don't even know, what do you call an 18-year-old? Still a teenager?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So apparently he had a little run-in with the police, and he wound up on the roof. And there was a standoff and stuff like that. Okay.
Okay.
So that's not the funny part. Okay. So during the standoff, a woman drives through the scene in a golf cart. Now, that's funny in itself, but the fact that she was completely nude and drunk was even better.
Wait, she was nude and drunk in a golf cart in a
Yeah,
scene of.
yeah, she was during the standoff scene in Florida. So she drove through like multiple cars, police cars, and going through the whole standoff scene, and she refuses to leave. So she's completely nude. The officers are like, "Ma'am, you gotta go," and she's like, "No, I don't want to go." Blah blah blah. So eventually they handcuff her and arrest her. But it's so hilarious the fact that you're in the middle of a standoff and a woman in a golf cart, completely nude, just drives in there and starts making a scene. So it's just like,
I think the better question, Jesse, would be what would you do if you saw her all of a sudden?
you mean if I was a cop?
Yeah. Like,
I would be like, are you serious? Is
like,
it? Hey guys, is this happening? I don't know.
how do you arrest a drunk woman? Right? She had to have been drunk or intoxicated. I can only imagine. I
Yeah,
mean,
the officer said she reeked of alcohol.
yeah. I mean, I don't see anybody just. I mean, but and a golf cart. Like the one thing that you're never going to get away in is a golf cart. Right? Like, there's no way to get away in a golf cart. You know how slow those things go?
I know that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, she's obviously not gonna look for like a getaway or something, but who how drunk do you gotta be to go through a police standoff situation completely nude?
Evidently very drunk. So there you go. Yeah, I don't really know. I just know. Look, be careful out there. Florida's got a lot of crazy stuff going on, and she's 18 years old. Let's see. Was pursuing after he fired a gun nearby, then fled and climbed on a rooftop. According to a press release, Abbott pointed his firearm at police and refused to surrender, leading to a SWAT standoff that lasted 6 hours. While police were dealing with the armed teenager, Jessica Smith drove to the scene in a golf cart. According to local news station, there was no connection between these two. They are star-struck lovers. I guarantee you, they came to each other's life for a reason. What, right? Think about it, Jesse.
Right?
Think about it.
She doesn't even live in Florida. She says she's from West Roxbury in Boston. I don't even know where that is. So
It says had a distinct odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from her person, and she was completely nude. Uh, well, but did he like go like? I mean, that's a good distraction. Maybe she was distracting them. Think about it. That's a good distraction. Get away
uh
from my new boyfriend.
well, I guess she's 28, he's 18. So it's so random. It's like such a random event that happens in a police standoff.
Yeah.
Like, all right, guys, can you top this? I don't
Well,
know.
it seems to get weirder from that. Ignoring commands from the police to leave, Smith drove directly towards the house that Abbott was on top of, right? That's the guy. The defendant's actions and inability to follow directions put multiple deputies at risk for potentially getting shot at. And investigators, investigators are like saying, hey, we're in harm's way here, just so you know. Smith, originally from Boston, Massachusetts, was arrested and charged for resisting an officer without violence. Abbott was arrested and charged with crimes, including aggravated assault of a law enforcement officer and felon in possession of a firearm. He also accidentally shot himself in the leg during the arrest. Jesse,
I didn't read that part. Oh my God, that's even
yes, it got worse. He probably got distracted. He's like, naked lady that's drugged. Awesome. And then all of a sudden, it says two other teenagers were also taken into custody in connection with Abbott. I got no words, Jesse. All I know is these people need a little fun in their life, and I don't think they have enough fun, technically.
I don't think so to do something like, oh my God. I love that. As much as I make fun of it, I feel kind of bad for their situation, but
Yeah.
it's so weird and random.
Well, what's the PSA here? Like, is it, don't get a golf cart and drive naked? Like,
It's
at what
pretty
point
much,
did she start taking off her clothes? I just want to know. Like, what point did she say,
oh,
this
that's a
is a
good,
great idea? Because I have a feeling, I don't know how many drinks it took, but it must have taken a few. Just saying.
right? I didn't even think about that. Like, at what point did she think it was a good idea to take her clothes off and start driving around in a golf cart? No idea. Oh my God.
She kind of has that look like, are you kidding me?
Oh my God, she does. I'm not gonna lie, she does.
Like,
Oh
I guarantee it. It's like, I mean, I feel bad for her. I do. She's 18. She needs help.
no, she's 28. The guy that was on the roof was
He's
18.
18. She's 28.
No, he's 18. The guy that was on the roof that was shooting,
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
she's 28.
Oh. Well then, I
Yeah.
got no. You know what? Whatever they're sniffing over there, I say, sniff something better. Glue was back in our day probably the only thing that made sense. We did not go naked on golf carts. I don't know about you, Jesse. I'm pretty sure you shied away from that part of town.
Yeah. Yeah, but well, I wouldn't want to ride naked in a golf cart because if it starts to get hot, that seat's gonna stick to your butt. Then
Oh
it's gonna rip
God, I
off.
didn't even think about that. That's disgustingly disgusting and weird at all at the same time.
Right?
Here's
We've
a
all jumped this,
yeah,
right?
here's a PSA, folks. Don't drink and drive, especially a golf cart. And if you're gonna drive, maybe a golf cart is better. That way you don't hurt anybody in the process. Too bad. So there you go. If anything, maybe she was a nudist on the wrong part of the golf cart system. You know?
Right? I kind of want to know where her journey started. I really do. We already know where it ended, so
I guess you're calling in, guys. My journey started at 8 a.m. And boy, was it fun. Did I celebrate? And did I celebrate? And then I saw a guy on the rooftop. And on the rooftop, he said, help, I have a gun. And I said, I will rescue you, lover. I'll take you home and get you to be mine. Let me just distract these people. A vodka later, a couple shots later, I think I'm ready. And there you go. Maybe he called her and said, can you cause a distraction? Like the movies. Think about it, Jesse. Think about it.
yeah, I guess I can think of a bunch of funny scenarios on how this would work, but yeah. You never know.
You never know. And there you go. Knowing is half the battle. All right. Here's the reality. Each and every one of you, be careful out there. Don't go to Florida anytime soon. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll be back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned with more right after this.
Oh my God.
All right. Let's see. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. What's going on here? I have an event on Saturday. I'm hopefully, going to get it happening. And yet I don't know if I'm going to be able to in time. Yikes, Jesse. Pray for me.
Uh-oh. Busy?
Yeah, the guy kind of bail on a situation. I'm like, just give me the switcher. It doesn't need to be ready. I just need it for the job. But eek. All right, we'll figure it out. It's actually a really good organization. So for Jewels of Youth, and it is a good nonprofit which helps parents and adults with disabled kids or special needs kids or kids with autism or learning disorders and such, and helps give them a lot of good information. So we're trying to broadcast this online and do so via Facebook, YouTube, and a couple others, and then get that broadcast through multiple means of cameras. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get all 3 cameras. I might be able to get 2 cameras now because my guy who has a switcher is not able to work with me right now unless I can use his friend. So I don't really know. We'll find out. Anyway, long story short, there you go. And all of this needs to be done by Saturday. Yikes. Now here's my question, Jesse.
Yep. Uh-oh.
There's not much going on right now.
For what?
Oh, Conor McGregor and Machine Gun Kelly clash at the VMAs.
I have no idea who any of those people are.
Yeah, neither do I. He's got Machine Gun written all over his name. Imagine. What's your name? Machine Gun Kelly. Is that your first name, your middle name, or your last name? And do you carry one or do you have a license? And do you belong in Texas? Right, Jesse?
Right? I don't know. We have 10 seconds. I've never heard of that. Any of those people. I feel like I'm out of the loop. Either that or it's just not my entertainment style. I'll have to Google it.
Netflix
All right, here we go.
Canceled round of shows. Welcome back. Morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. Good to have you with us on today's show. We got the latest Machine Gun Kelly's big VMA night includes a parent skirmish with Conor McGregor, baby daddy. Shout out from Megan Fox. Who knew? Evidently at the 2021 MTV Video Music Awards. Didn't even know that was happening. Good to know. I need to see who won. We need to find out who won this. Do you ever watch that, Jesse?
Watch what?
The MTV Movie Video Music Awards?
I used to, like, in the early 2000s, and once MTV stopped showing certain things I watched, I stopped watching MTV.
Got it. Okay.
Kelly is a rapper. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because he's a machine gun with his voice, I believe.
I don't know.
Who started the night by getting into a reported red carpet tussle with the UFC star, ended it by smashing the guitar on stage, and in the interim was declared a future baby daddy by his very scantily and scandalously clad VMA date girlfriend Megan Fox. Oh, okay. I get it. They got a skirmish because it's probably over Megan. Before the VMA's current ceremony at Brooklyn's Barclays Center on Sunday, mixed martial artist Conor McGregor and the rapper-singer reportedly nearly got into a brawl on the red carpet. I will say this. You don't ever get into a brawl with Conor McGregor. He will beat the daylights out of you. A video tweeted by a VMA's attendee appeared to show McGregor lunging and shouting at Kelly as security guards restrained him. Both people in TMZ reported that McGregor asked MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, get it, for a photo and was denied, and a tussle ensued, with Kelly pushing McGregor, who then supposedly retaliated by tossing a drink at Kelly and Fox. Oh, that's how it started. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, okay, all right, I get it. So he was defending his girlfriend's honor. Oh, yeah, you don't ever throw something at a girl. That I can see that. Okay. I actually on Machine Gun Kelly's situation here. I think he's a nice guy now because I think he was defending. McGregor's publicist insisted to Us Weekly that this story about the photo request was totally false. McGregor told Entertainment Tonight, absolutely nothing happened, insisting, I don't know the guy. Nothing happened with me. I only fight real fighters with people that actually fight. You know what I mean? I certainly don't fight little vanilla boy rappers. I don't even know the guy. I don't know anything about him except that he's with Megan Fox. Well, you know what? That's kind of weird because I got a photo here that actually shows the opposite situation happening. So the question of the day is, Jesse, who do you believe, him or Machine Gun Kelly's publicist?
I don't believe publicists because most of them lie because they're just trying to promote their guy. But I don't know. I wasn't there, so it's all hearsay to me. So,
well, oddly enough, there are photos that prove the opposite of what McGregor is talking about. So I have a feeling. Question of the day is, who would win that fight? Like I said, McGregor would. So I evidently kind of held back. He was kind of like one of those hold me back moments. I could almost guarantee it. We have photos. I'm not sure we can the copyright situation that ding us, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, I cannot use it, so there you go. But anyway, we have proof, and the proof is in the pudding. Do not ever say anything to McGregor if you're not ready to back it up with facts. Okay, now. Having said that, if there was a situation with a girlfriend like Megan Fox, how are you not going to stand up? Right, Jesse? Like, seriously.
right, you have to stand up, but I don't know. I don't think I'd stand up. That dude's big.
McGregor?
But
he's not big.
But you know what? I wouldn't be afraid of him because one, boom, if he hits me or anything like that, boom, you're sued.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, he has a lot of money. You know what? That would actually be smart. I'm not sure how much Machine Gun Kelly has with a name like that, but I'm pretty sure if you could name yourself Machine Gun before the Kelly, I'm pretty sure you have a good amount of money already. So I'm not gonna hate on him. I get he has money. I get it. But McGregor has a machine gun for a fist. Does that make sense?
Yeah, isn't he an MMA fighter?
Oh yeah, he's a huge MMA fighter.
I would not want to fight him. He'd probably destroy me.
But there's the proof in the pudding. McGregor is going at it, and they're holding him back. He's like, hold me back, right? So there you go. That did it happen? Did it not happen? He looks a little wasted, I'm not going to lie. So something's going on with McGregor. You got to get it together, McGregor. Don't do that at the VMAs. I get it. You wanted a big show. You got it. I understand. There you go. But who won at the VMAs is the better question. I'll tell you right now. These were the nominees for the 2021 MTV Video Music Awards. Are you ready, Jesse?
Yes, I am. Hopefully they're good.
Artist of the Year, Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, Ariana Grande, and Justin Bieber. Who should win and who did win is the better question. Jesse, your vote, please.
I have no idea who any of those people are.
Why you don't know Justin Bieber or Ariana Grande? She's the donut girl.
Oh, that is the donut girl, right? Oh, I forgot about her. I don't listen to their music. It's not my style, so I really don't remember their names.
We're talk radio people. We don't listen to music.
Well, no, I don't listen to that kind of music.
Got it.
I really don't. It's too poppy for me.
Okay, all right. Well, vote. So who should win?
Let's see. Out of those names that I recognize, I don't know. I'm gonna go with that kitty cat, Doja Cat.
You know what? I just like the name. Why not? Actually, Justin Bieber won. So there you go.
Dang it! I was gonna say him.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Justin gets all the wins. So there you go. Video of the year: Lil Nas, "Call Me by Your Name," Montero, "WAP" by Cardi B featuring Megan Thee Stallion, Pop Star by DJ Khaled, featuring Drake, also starring Justin Bieber. Kiss Me More by Doja Cat and Bad Habits, Ed Sheeran. And Save Your Tears, The Weeknd. Actually, Montero took it, so there you go. And Song of the Year was Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. And Best New Artist was Olivia Rodrigo as well. Big winner at the MTV Video Music Awards. The first performance of the year was Driver's License, also by Olivia Rodrigo. And Best Collaboration was Doja Cat's, featuring some awesome people, Kiss Me More, and Peaches for Best Pop. Haven't heard it. I think Jesse wants to buy it right away. Do you remember 45s?
45. Yeah, but very, very, yeah. Okay, I do.
I was gonna say I don't think you do, but I think you kind of do. Yeah,
yeah.
those little ones. There you
Yeah.
are.
I used to have a little record player that used to play songs.
Did you? Yeah, those are cool. And then you had to get the little spoke in the middle, and then have it like right. It had the like a 45 or what did they say? An LP. I think it was an LP album. Yeah.
I don't.
We're going down memory lane. We're tired. It's the end of the weekend. We partied hardy between the Kool-Aid he had and the question of the day. Does anybody know a good alcoholic beer that's like 1%? Anybody? Jesse, do you?
No, considering I don't drink any of those things, I don't know. I see a lot of those commercials nowadays with like, what is it, alcoholic seltzers? Have you seen those?
No, but I did have one that tasted like water and it was nasty. It was non-alcoholic beer. It tasted like water that was carbonated. It was disgusting. But I got asked by somebody who said, I'm pretty sure beer is good for the, not getting constipated. And I was like, okay. And then she wanted like an O'Doul's. I'm like, okay. So I thought, well, maybe a Blue Moon or something a little Belgian or something a little malty. That might make sense. But honestly, I don't know what to recommend. Do you remember our friends at Applebee's?
Yes, I do.
We got to get Applebee's back. We got to remind Bill to get Applebee's because we need some good food in our tummies. Oh, man, I could think of it right now. Boneless wings right now. That sounds so good. Wingstop and our boneless wings from Applebee's. I don't know, but visit your local place. We got one in our own backyard, San Bernardino. It's awesome. Go check it out. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more right after these messages.
I feel old now.
Oh, all these songs, you're like, who are these
I don't know
people?
who any of those people are.
Oh, I hated that. When I hit that threshold of not knowing the new artists, I think I was 38. And I was like, who? I know Guns N' Roses. I know U2. Who?
But it's like, I try and listen to the new stuff. I just can't. It's horrible.
Really? Yeah.
Some of it just sounds like it's horrible. I don't know how people listen to it.
Oh man, do you feel like your parents now when you used to listen to stuff?
I do, and I feel sad.
You cross the threshold, you'll never come back from.
I know. Yeah.
The only way to do that is to enjoy it with other young kids, and then you go, okay, and then you take a little bit of like, you go, all right, I got it. Then you find the groove, find the beat, you go, and then you go, got it. Do you guys know real heavy metal? And they go, what's heavy metal? Here you go, it's stuff that you don't put in your teeth with braces. It's awesome. And they go, sounds good. And then you go, check it out. And you go, right?
My first concert was Ozfest.
I knew it. Totally take you for that.
One of the most amazing experiences ever.
I bet it was.
And I took my young cousin to there, and he was a lot younger than me. I was truly scared for him because all I know is early on one of the bands was playing, and everyone started to go crazy, and all I saw was like a giant dust storm coming up, and people were being dragged out bloody. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a fun experience. It was a fun experience.
CoverGirl, clean fresh.
Whoops, sorry, CoverGirl's up on my biz. I want to see a movie. I don't know what movie to see though.
You still need to see Snake Eyes.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I do. Oh, true.
Shang-Chi.
Yep, absolutely true. Yeah, I gotta see that at the movie theater before it leaves. What was the other one I wanted to see that was? Oh yeah, Snake Eyes. Duh. But I haven't been able to find it.
Yeah, that's true. You if you have an Amazon account, you can like rent it online.
Already? But it's like full
Yep.
price on $20.
Yeah, $20.
What did I rent recently that my mom was watching? Oh, Lie to Me.
Never heard of it.
Called Lie to Me. Yeah.
10 seconds. Here we go.
Thank you. Welcome back. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. I am appreciative of each and every one of you for tuning in to the morning show. Here on ABC News Radio, KMET is where you can download the app. We got a lot of great programming, always something to learn. And if you download the app, I guarantee you'll be smarter for having done so. I whenever I listen, I know I will be smarter for having listened. I don't know about this show, but I do know in other shows, like Dave Ramsey, always a good one, and some others today too, right, Jesse? What can we expect later on today?
Later on, we have Veterans Radio. If you like to hear stories about from the past wars, some of them stories are pretty amazing, especially when they start to go into detail about like World War II and stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the last living people from World War II start telling their stories, and it's really amazing. Let's see. After that, we have. Oh wow, do we? Yeah, we do. We have the Entertainment Zone with Paul Lane.
Oh, that's always a good one.
Oh yeah, he always likes to give interviews with celebrities, musicians, and other people. So he's always really entertaining. Dave Ramsey, of course. You know, we always like to make fun of people who make hundreds of thousands of dollars and don't know how to spend it properly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I find it funny because these people who make like hundreds of thousands, they're like, "Oh my God, I'm broke. I don't know how to live." Blah blah blah. Yeah, you don't need 4 cars, and they're like, each one is like 50 or 60K, and it's just like, oh my God, these people.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
And then later on in the show, we have there's a call-in show later on during the day. It's called with Dr. Fujan. She's a psychotherapist. So she's always a good one to listen to.
Oh, she is actually. I like the way she rolls.
Yeah.
She's smart about things.
That she is. I like the way she talks.
Yeah. All right. So download the app. It's free. It's on your phone. I know my mom gets it regularly. And if we ever have problems here at the station on video, we always know where to go. Maria says, Yankopolos, oh my God, Megan's dress the other day. I wouldn't be caught in it at all. It was too tacky for me. Yikes. Let's see. And she says, yep, it's a sign we're old. Sad that we don't know all this. Stephanie Reed says, my signature cocktail is Scotty P's Big Mug Coffee. I felt old when I read Lil Nas X. My first concert was the Beach Boys' best concert at Nautica. Yeah, I know. Is it Lil Nas 10 or is it Lil Nas, like, how's that?
It's Lil Nas X.
Oh, okay, so it's not 10. Like the iPhone, they were like, is it X? Is it 10? Is it X?
No, actually, you know what? That thought never even came to my mind.
Because, like, what if he has a kid and it's like Lil Nas the 11th? Like, will it be XI or will it not be? You know what I mean? What's with the new names that people are, like, making and you're like, what does that even mean? I don't know. I think they're smoking too much marijuana. I'm telling you. Right? You know it. Come on, think about it.
I don't know. People come up with weird names, but what share?
That depends on what you want to share. All right. Eugenia Kirsten says this. Good morning. Just tuning in. Things will get better. Keep your chin up and change your mindset for positivity, but always have a strategic plan, A or B, that benefits yourself and others. You know what? I like that. I like that positivity. Keep that positivity coming. All right. Look, there's a lot of things happening. All right. Coronavirus is here. Blah, blah, blah. We talk about that all the time. But let's talk about something a little different, okay? There are things that are happening for WandaVision's Emmy. Did you know that? Because you watched it, right? WandaVision? You recommend it, right? Yes, no, maybe so?
I did watch WandaVision. I do recommend it. it's a trip.
Okay.
So they won an Emmy.
Yeah, Oscar-winning songwriters, Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez. Which, by the way, these are the ones that won for shoot, what was her name? Frozen.
Hmm.
Um, Let It Go. Remember that one? These are the duo that wrote Let It Go, and everybody around the world sang that song, right? So to give you perspective, the same ones won their first primetime Emmy Sunday night for the popular Agatha All Along song for Marvel Studios and Disney Plus limited series WandaVision. The collaborators whose Academy Award wins includes Disney Frozen, yep, and Coco movies, yep, forgot about that. Won an Emmys music and lyrics category, beating out tunes from The Queen's Gambit, The Boys, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, Bo Burnham, Insight, and Soundtrack of Our Lives. Agatha All Along, actually, song number 1 on iTunes soundtrack, after it appeared in the series' penultimate episode, explaining the role that devious witch Agatha Harkness had played throughout the unraveling mystery of the town of Westview. Anderson Lopez, in accepting the award, said she and her husband had not been in LA in 21 months, and every return to normalcy should come with a big party and a shiny statue. She called the WandaVision track a dream come true for us to write. Backstage, Lopez said that the song was written prior to shooting, but that Han brought it to the next level and then another level and another. The couple had been Emmy nominated twice before for the Oscars and the Comedians in 2015. Lopez had earlier been nominated in 2007 for a song in Scrubs. Lopez's 2 daytime Emmys helped him gain awesome status among the Television Academy other music honors. A lot of people won. Mandalorian won for their scoring. Pretty cool. And I like soundtracks, Jesse. I think I'm an old man just for liking soundtracks. What do you think?
No, there's nothing wrong with liking soundtracks. That song is really, really catchy though. Once you listen to it, it's gonna be in your head for days.
That's the way they write their music. Have you noticed that? They're
I
smart.
I do don't listen to it because it'll be in your head for days. You do not want this. Well,
The,
actually, you might want this because it is catchy.
it, right? Like they're very smart when they write stuff. These and this is like a power duo. Okay, the way they write is just so smart. I think I interviewed them once. I can't remember if I did because I think it was about Coco. And this duo, they just are so lovely together. Like they just bring love forward, and that's them winning their Emmy together. And they're just such a cute duo. They're like totally soulmates. I mean, I'm like, yay, keep writing, because they just know stuff. And so I just appreciate what they do with that. So I need to watch it now, Jesse. Now I want to watch WandaVision, even though I'm kind of not sure I can get through the first. I think you said 2 episodes because it's kind of like one of those like slow rolls, right?
Yeah, it's a slow burn. So the first 3 episodes, you're just like you're left there like
What's going
what's
on?
happening, and then it starts to pick up after that.
Got it. Got it. Okay, so good to know. Interestingly enough, let's see. We got other stuff. Oh. Okay, other Emmy stuff. We'll get back to that later. All right, we're going to take a quick little break. We got more right after these messages. Stay tuned. We got shout outs coming up, too. Genius says, love that song, The Company. Yes, nominated. I am moonwalking right now. There you go. Do the moonwalk. We'll be right back.
Yes, some songs just stay in your head and you do not want them there. You do not want this.
Yeah, I haven't heard the song. What's it about?
It's a song from it talks about everything that happens in the show.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I can't give you too much.
Got it. Okay. Man, can't wait to see Eternals.
Oh, right.
That looks good. I think I want to see that on the big screen at the TLC. Is it TCL? No, the TLC Chinese Theater in Hollywood.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's a story I don't want to read.
More happened.
It's something that should never happen. A kid passed away because the parent left their child in a hot car.
Oh yeah. I hate reading those. No fun, man. No fun.
Nope.
Well, Shang-Chi came in for a second. Let's see. Oh, no, Tramps again in the second weekend. Got it. Did it leave you wanting more, or did it leave you going, huh? I don't understand. Which was it?
What do you mean?
Shang-Chi.
Did it leave me wanting more, or
And what
no? I
does
thought it
Shang-Chi mean?
Shang-Chi.
Oh, it's Shang-Chi. Got it.
That's his name.
Did you see the Matrix Resurrections trailer?
I did.
Does it look as awesome as it sounds?
It looks interesting. I got a lot to process. Coming back.
All right, awesome. Welcome back to the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We love to have each and every one of you with us. Some pretty cool stuff happening around the corner. The Star Trek franchise celebrated 55 years of boldly going where no one has gone before with a 3-hour live presentation of all 5 ongoing Trek series for Paramount Plus. Jesse, do you still have Paramount Plus?
I do still have Paramount Plus. I didn't realize there were so many different Star Trek shows on there.
I know, right? I was actually getting started on a couple of them. Picard I got to get back to. Actually, the first 2 I couldn't get through quite fast enough. And then I think the third one or the fourth one's where they pick up. And then I'm looking at the other one, and that was interesting. But I'm not sure which one to start on now, Jesse. Which one should I start on?
Ooh, I don't know. Good question. How many series? You said 5?
Yeah, there's 5.
Where would you start? What are they? I only know Picard.
I know, right? Okay, so check it out. Here are the 5 coming up right here. Let's see. They've got, okay, obviously Picard, very interesting. And then they've got, of course, Star Trek Strange New Worlds. That's a good one, right? That looks good. And then they've got season 2. Oh, I already said that. Season 2 of Star Trek Picard. That's why it's important to get caught up on season 1. Season 4 of Star Trek Discovery. That one's pretty good. That we interviewed some good actors from that. The anime series Star Trek Prodigy. That's premiering later this year. And Star Trek Lower Decks, which actually looks pretty fun. The Star Trek Friends, Alex Kurtzman, said, the goal for us has been to really try to make sure that each Star Trek show has had its own identity, its own individual reason for being. Pretty good. Asked by moderator Will Wheaton about the future of Trek on TV, Kurtzman said that with 5 ongoing series, he's not in a hurry to launch anymore, but he did bring up the fan enthusiasm for a series set at Starfleet Academy. He said, quote, I know there's been a lot of conversation about Starfleet Academy, which we're very excited about. When we talked about there's this new generation that's going to inherit the problems of the old generation. What are they going to do to make the world better to solve it? How are we going to avoid the mistakes of our elders? That sounds like right now. And how are we going to learn from the wisdom of our elders? Like we have any. That's a really wonderful thing to consider when you think about something like Starfleet Academy. The event, which was hosted by Wheaton and Mika Burton, who is the actor and daughter of Next Generation and alumni LeVar Burton, did run into a few hiccups along the way, although an official press release for Discovery touted a sneak peek clip for the new season. Playing during the event, the Discovery panel came and went with no mention of it. So there you go. Looks like some fun stuff for the Star Trek universe, Jesse. I don't think we're done with Star Trek anytime soon.
Doesn't even sound like we're, not even far from it.
Right?
It's pretty amazing. We're got a long ways to go for Star Trek.
Yeah, I kind of don't think they'll ever be rid of it because there's so many different universes to travel to, right? Nobody thinks about that. Right?
Yeah. Plus, there's so many stories to tell.
Yeah.
Places to visit.
And then nobody even thinks like, what if that's like in our future? You know what I mean? Like, what if like I mean, okay, because they already have like what is it called? What did Trump do? It looks like the Star Trek insignia. What is it called? Space Force or something? Space what?
Yeah, no, I think it's called the Space Force.
Yeah,
Is it?
and like nobody figured out how to make it look different than the obvious insignia that was like done by the other, right? Right? Am I wrong about that? I feel like I'm right. Aren't I
Yeah,
wrong?
like they had like no originality. They're like, yeah, let's just take it from Star Trek.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie. This stuff looks pretty cool. Okay, and I'm gonna go to this really quick because I think this is kind of where we're going. Quite soon, actually. People probably balk at this and they go, okay, maybe not, whatever. I say, you know what? Better to think about this than be. So here, check it out. This is the website right here. The sky is. This is airforce.com, right? And it has U.S. Space Force. If you look at the bottom, U.S. Space Force, right? And you got all this kind of cool stuff, the space, and then some footage there from obviously other video stuff that you've seen, and space locations, and then connections, U.S. Space Force. And check this out. This is airforce.com. In the U.S. Space Force, we are challenged every day to find new heights working within the space domain. Our people launch rockets, keep satellites safe and operational, develop technology to defend our way of life on Earth. Through our interest in space, we protect the hopes and dreams of America and exploration while preparing for the 22nd century. When humankind asks what if, the mission of Space Force is to be the and they want, look at this, Guardians wanted. Space is hard. Yep. The U.S. Space Force is here to defend the freedom to operate in space. We must defend the high ground. Defend against what? Interesting. Space defines not only our daily lives, but every battle on land, sea, and air. Now, Jesse, I got a question. What's your question?
The moment you said defend the high ground, I'm like, are they really just picking and choosing from like science fiction movies? Because that's like almost exactly what Obi-Wan said when he was facing Darth Vader.
Oh, what was he? What was the statement that he made? I forgot about that.
He's like, I have the high ground or something like that. I'm just like, so every time someone talks about having the high ground, I always go back to the fight between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker.
Well, you always go like, okay, when it comes to the high ground, is the high ground the better or of the two? The answer is that depends on perspective. How high are you going when you're in outer space, right? So I would say this. Are we ready for that? I would say no. I would say, are we defending ourselves in a good way? Meaning, are we defending ourselves against each other, or are we trying to bomb each other ahead of time, right? Like, who's getting the high ground with satellites and imagery and all that? Topography and being able to scan things. Obviously, it's what? The Navy, duh. And you got to keep each other safe, right? But what if you're orbiting around this said side of the other planet of, Russia? And Russia's like, yo, you're in our airspace. We have the high ground. Now, all of a sudden, the other one goes, no, I have the high ground of you. Because now they go past the moon. You go, oh, now I have the high ground of you. Now I am in Jupiter. You go, no, I'm the high ground of you. Now I'm in Saturn. Now you're like, dude, I'm near the sun. You don't like, what is the high ground of the high ground?
That's a good question. It's pretty much whoever has more satellites.
Yeah, and bombs, obviously. So you got to be careful about that. They say we track about 30,000 objects orbiting at over 17,500 miles per hour. And our entire way of life depends on us protecting our satellites from attack day and night. So yeah, space is hard. So yeah, space is hard. Yeah, no, we didn't think it was simple, but okay. But they do have some cool stuff, all right, that you could totally do in space, right? I mean, granted, it's real stuff. So I do like shows that actually make you think, like, what could go wrong in space. But they have an officer, space operations officer. That's a cool title. I could see that, Jesse. You could be a space operations officer, or a cyberspace operations officer, an acquisition manager, a cyber warfare operations officer. Whoa, for space. Imagine all the stuff they do in space, Jesse. Are you interested in the Space Force? While a separate process for joining the U.S. Space Force is being developed, best way to apply, join the Space Force is through the U.S. Air Force and the Air Force Recruiter. And then it says not ready to apply yet. Sign up to receive the latest news and updates as they become available. So there you go. I'm kind of there with it up to a point, but then I wonder, does that put us in harm's way with said aliens? Because if aliens are out there, are they like, dude, we got the high ground of you? Like, Do you want to get the high ground, or do you want to say, "Yo, aliens, are we wanting to keep all like warfare?" Because I guarantee nobody has asked the smart question. If aliens are here, why do they not just like get rid of us, right? Doesn't nobody ask that?
Yeah, a lot of people ask that. A lot of people go missing on the planet as well, so you never
That's
know.
true. But the question is, do they go missing because of government, or do they go missing because of other dun dun dun?
Right? I would rather think getting abducted by aliens because if I start to think about people kidnapping other people and doing really wrong things, it just becomes really sad and dark.
See, yeah, okay, you're with me on that. Now, here's what I would say. As long as, because sometimes I actually, and my mom probably doesn't want to hear this, but I sometimes I go, okay, I wouldn't mind visiting with aliens. I just would want to kind of like, can we have a conversation before you start operating on me? Those are the only abductions that I do not want to happen. You know, like, please don't put your little needles in me. I don't want those type of things. But what if those were like older aliens that have learned, yep, they're spongy, yep, they're human, we get it. What the heck are you people? And they're like talking to the other one. And the other one's like, what are you doing to me? And they're like, don't worry about it, we're gonna erase your mind. And then they poke and prod like acupuncture, right? They're like, and then they erase their memory and they put them back. And then you have like flashbacks, right? I don't want that type of experience ever. Would you?
No, I don't think anybody would want an experience like that.
Yeah. So I guess that's my point. But, be kind to those that have the higher ground all the time. And then you'll understand maybe they're just trying to keep us safe. Some people have actually had, like, if you ever watch Ancient Aliens, a really good show. And it actually proves a couple things that aliens actually always show up around World War One, World War II. And I think it's kind of that they're trying to prevent us from killing each other on this earth. Because I think they're like, you have such a beautiful marble of a planet. Can we just keep it alive? Did you ever watch Men in Black?
Oh yeah, I love Men in Black.
What if Men in Black were real? But they wore gray instead of
Mm,
black. Because they're changing their image. Or Men in Blue.
that'd be interesting. That'd
Not
be
the
kind of,
Navy.
yeah.
But what are they trying to prevent us from knowing? I say aliens are alive. You know why? It's been the big story of the talk of the government. And the question is, are they ready to come out about it or not? I don't know. But I think if they are, we have some questions. Like, okay, if there are aliens, let's just, say there are. If there are aliens, what do aliens care about most on the earth? What do you think?
See, no, that's the big question. It's like even if they were here, what would they be here for? Most likely resources. So are we just a resource? Then that's a scary thought too.
Okay. Well, you're thinking of like planting and seeding humans with certain like you're thinking like X-Files stuff, right?
Yes, I'd rather not think like that.
Okay. So I would say kind of the opposite. What if like we went completely opposite and you said, okay, what if aliens actually were kind of like, oh, I don't know, like you and us, but future versions of us? Have you ever considered that?
Ooh, they actually had a TV show about that.
Which one?
Do you remember? No, because I don't want to. It's kind of ruin the show though if I tell you which one.
No, that's okay.
Okay, well, it's a show called The 4400.
Oh, I love that show. It's great.
Yes, it has a lot to do about with time travel and older humans from the future trying to manipulate the past and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a couple of those, right? Like
Yes,
Continuum is like that,
yeah, there's a couple shows like that.
where they're trying to prevent a bad future. So what if like they were from a future and they're trying to save us and they're trying to be like, look, we need help. We need you to help yourselves. Don't destroy yourselves. We're trying to keep you guys sane, but you guys are dumb, right? Because I think they have like telepathy. I think they have all this cool stuff. Back in the day in Israelite times, you would call them prophets. But my point is this: like, is the government ready to make peace? Are they wanting to make peace? I say some are. I hope the majority are. And I think we just gotta, understand that like those stories that we see all the time are kind of just stories, right? Of aliens always trying to take over humans. Because I think if they're here and we're here, somebody's trying to say, can we keep the earth beautiful, right? I don't think they're trying to pollute us. I think if anything, they're trying to say, Yo, do you know how far the next solar system is for me to get to? I'm stuck here with you guys, and I don't like it. Don't you think they act like that sometimes?
I know if I was an alien, I'd be like, dude, what are you guys doing to this little blue planet?
Yeah.
Especially if we start nuking things.
I mean, they're able to outrun other like aircraft personnel, right? They're able to be super fast. I mean, we've been seeing like footage of that left and right on the news. I just think they're kind of like, look, we're kind of testing you, see if you can catch up. You can't, okay. And I think they're kind of wanting to do space race type stuff. You know what I mean? Like, let's see how fast you can go, and then they go around and around. They go, yeah, you're dumb, you're slow. But my point is, like, I think if anything, we just need to go like, okay, we're kind of aliens on this planet. Who are here first? Plants, aliens, and or us or animals.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a crazy thought once you start thinking about it, and then it starts to become a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, even like from the Bible standpoint, it wasn't humans that were on the earth. It was what? Animals, and aren't animals kind of like a different type of species all around, right? So we're all different species. Period. In the story, right? I mean, we're mammals, are we not?
Yeah, yeah.
So what if like giraffes were kind of like, dude, look at those weird things that have like they stand up. They're like chimpanzees, but they're not. What's weird about that? I like my long neck. These things are weird, right? Do we look weird to them? Do they look weird to us? Which is it? And do people even bother to ask that question?
I don't know, but that would be funny if we have aliens that look like giraffes or actual animals.
There you go. So I think
You
if
know,
it,
you always think aliens look like us, but what if they look like animals?
well, but that's my point. I mean, what if they do? So there you go. I think there's stories that need to be told, and I think if anything, they would say, "Get along, humans, and stop bombing people seriously, and get over dumb coronavirus, so we can walk the Earth freely in our natural habitat, known as the Amazon." No, I don't know if they like the Amazon. Maybe the desert. No, I don't know if the desert's better. Maybe the mountain. Maybe it's too cold there. I don't really know. Maybe the Blue Lagoon. Ooh, Cancun. All right, people, we're going to take a quick break. Make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is worth living. Live it well. Bye-bye, everyone.